Welcome back. We're on day 2 of this week. Remember to click on the notes and make sure that you're saving them to Google so that it saves everything that you write in case it doesn't save on Google, on Nearpod, but it does. Right, let's go here. Okay, we're on day 2. We're going to be writing linear functions. We're still in unit 4. All right, the weekly objective. Students will know how to identify if a situation can model a linear function. Check, we did that last time. You students will understand the difference between the meaning of x and y intercepts for a given situation. We kind of did that last time, and we're going to go over it again. And then B students will be able to write the linear function of a given situation in slope-intercept form. That's what we're going to do today. Okay, so here's a quick review. Let me close this tab real quick so we have more room. All right. We're going to look at the word problem and try to see if we can match the table. Okay, that's what we want to make sure that we can do. All right, Mark is giving half of his money to charity each month. The amount of money in his charity account is a function of the number of months that has passed. So he is giving them half of what he does. So we have to figure that one out. Okay. Carla takes 4 minutes to assemble a supply box to be mailed. The number of boxes assembled is a function of the number of minutes that she works. So it takes her 4 minutes to assemble a supply box. Okay, so I don't think that she can have so many in a minute. So it can't be one of these right here. 1 minute, she has that. Doesn't make sense. But it could be over here where it says that each month he's giving them half. All right, let's keep going. Esther is distributing 1 flyer for each person she meets. The number of flyers Esther has remaining is a function of the number of people that she meets. So this one's getting lower and lower. Okay, and so is this one. So we need to figure out, this is the one that's going to be increasing. Okay, because it says the number of supply boxes assembled is a function of the number of minutes. So the supply boxes is what the y is. Okay. My y is the number of boxes. Okay, because I see the word function. It's always y and then function and then the x. Okay. All right. So we're problem solving. Okay, that's what I want y'all to think. I know you're not going to know this right off the bat, so we have to think about it. We have to talk about it and figure out what can go together. So again, this is the number of supplies boxes that she makes. Okay. I know that a lot of you, like I said before, would have said, oh, 4 minutes, that has to go here. But it doesn't make sense because it's supposed to be increasing. Her y is going to be increasing every single time, every 4 minutes. So in 4 minutes, she does 1 box. In 8 minutes, she would do 2 boxes. In 12 minutes, she would do 3. So we have to go like that, right? So her boxes have to go up. But in the other ones are going down. So B would have to be here because that's the only one that's increasing. Let's change color. And let's think about these again. Mark is giving half of his money to charity. Each month, the amount of money in his charity account is a function of the number of months. So this is his charity account. So he's giving half of his money all the time. None of these are going in half. Okay. All right. Esther's distributing 1 flyer for each person she meets. How much she's going to have left over? If she meets another 10 people, she's going to have. So this is the remaining is how much she has. So that's going down. Okay. Because we said the remaining is going down. So let's see if that makes sense. Right here is subtracting by 10. And over here it's adding by 10. So that means that for each that is going down by 1, which makes sense because every person she gives that to would be that. All right. So you see, we weren't so sure about this one, and it ended up being down here, which is okay. All right. So we would go this one to letter A. I should have used a different color. Let's see if I can change it real quick. This one to this box and draw an A. All right, let's submit. Okay, so we're going to be writing functions. We'll be writing linear functions given the rate and change in the y-intercept. I hope y'all can remember the form that we're going to be using. It's one that you always wanted to talk about in ninth grade because that was one that we went over in middle school. Y equals mx plus b. Remember, now that we're in high school, another way they can write is always m plus bx. Okay, they can put the y-intercept first. This is what we're going to practice with board problems today. Jacob has paid a $250 down payment for the band trip. He plans to continue to pay $50 each month for X months. The total amount that he will pay, okay, total amount that he's going to pay is going to be Y. So total amount. And then we draw this where we want to go. It's always one. All right. And X is going to be the months. Okay. X is the months. So Y equals, he did a down payment, so that is my y-intercept, my down payment, because he paid it one time. That's what a down payment is, you pay it one time. And then it said the total amount. So total means that I'm adding. And he's paying $50. The word each tells me, hey, that's what I'm multiplying by the month. And months represents X. There's my equation. Submit. Okay, now we move this one over here. A online game company charges $15 per month plus $1 per game to play their online games. They have decided to increase the charge to $1.25. Write the equation that represents the total monthly. So Y is the total monthly and X is the games. So the company charges $15 per month. So we know 15 is going to be doing something. The word per needs to be multiplication. But over here, when it said the X, it said the X was games. So we're just going to go ahead and put plus. Because if it was months, then we would use X. But this is only saying about games. And this $1.25 per game. I mean, $1 per game and then $1 per 25. So they changed. So you're not using this one anymore. So they gave that to you just to throw you off, to make you think, oh, we're going to use the one. No, you have to read the question. The problem said that they were changing it. So it'd be $1.25 X, and we could put equals Y. Okay, now we go to the electrician charges an hourly rate and an initial fee for repairs. This table shows the total fee based on the number of hours. If he decides to keep his hourly rate the same and increase the initial fee by 10, what would the follow function? Okay, we're not even gonna talk about this, but he wants to keep the hourly rate the same. So to get the hourly rate, we're gonna find what the pattern is. Okay, so right here it's $40. Right here it's $80. Right here is $60. So what we're going to do is figure out what this is right here. This is 1, so that's 40. This is 2, and then divide that by 2. Oh, that's not, this is 80. My bad. I don't know why I thought it was 80. All right, 40 divided, and this is also 2. 40 divided by 1 is 40, so the rate is 40 for the first two. Remember we talked about the other one, we have to do the rate each time to figure out, make sure that it's a linear situation. This is also 40. And then 80 divided by 2 is also 40. So they're all 40. So my rate is 40. So Y equals 40. Let's put the X for the hours. Plus, we don't know what the initial fee was. We know that they want to increase it by 10. but we don't know what the initial fee was. So what we do this one is to try to go back. Instead of adding 40, we're going to subtract 40 from this bottom one. So 105 minus 40 is 65. So the initial fee was 65, but he's going to change it to adding 10, so it's going to be 75. That's the new equation. All right. This is a little bit of what we're going to do next week, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse, okay? This is going to be tying in what we went over the first time to figure out if it's going to be a linear model or not, and then finding the y-intercept, which is what we're doing today. Okay. Word problems. Again, this was an online game company, charges of $15 per game. We did this one already. I crossed it out because we did it already. Sorry, I guess I copied it twice. Okay, this one right here. She has $300 in her savings account. Since she started working after school, she deposited 25. So y equals the amount of money that you start with, which is 300. You're depositing means adding, and you're adding 25 per week. Well, we're going to use X. Okay. All right, here's the quiz. So we're going to stop the video here. You're going to take the quiz. It's only one question. You're going to submit, and I'll be right back for the next video.